Ladies and gentlemen, guests, good afternoon. It, it is indeed an honor and a privilege to have the opportunity to brief you about our company, Atlas Mining. I have two main areas to discuss with you this afternoon. One is I hope to be able to familiarize you about Atlas Mining and the nature of its business and operations. And secondly, I will brief you on why we believe Atlas Mining is an investment opportunity for all of you here today. Let me start with a little background. This is a short video clip showing how Atlas Mining sustained its operations for over 60 long years.
Sir, totoo yan, totoo yan. Ipakita gid sa kanila ba para mabalaan nila. Ako blind ako sa una pero ngayon naliwanagan gid, naliwanagan. May benepisyo sa pagmimina. Basta sa responsible mining lang.
Those was the community was poor, and when the mines were open, there was life, and still there is.
I hope you enjoyed that. Atlas Mining was incorporated in 1953, and as such, we are one of the pillars of the mining industry in the Philippines. We are focused on copper and nickel. Atlas Mining now owns 100% of Carmen Copper Corporation, located in the city of Toledo, Cebu. Carmen Copper Corporation was created to serve as the operating company for the Toledo copper mines. Atlas Mining also holds a 25% economic interest in Berong Nickel Corporation located in Palawan. Atlas Mining is listed in the PSC since 1970 and currently has a market cap of roughly 30 billion pesos at its current stock price. This is an aerial view of Carmen Copper. Lutopan and Carmen pits are the operating mines, while ore processing is done at the Carmen concentrator. The Biga pit serves as the company's tailings impounding facility, and we believe this is a very secure tailings solution. Fresh water is supplied from the Malubog Dam, which has current capacity of 12 million cubic meters. The mine is located 16 kilometers from its own shipment facility, the Sangi Port, which also has the power stations from which we buy power. Carmen Copper, by the way, is the largest copper producer in the Philippines today. With almost 60 years of operational track record since the start of its operations in 1955, it has produced around 6 billion pounds of copper in concentrate. At its peak, it has reached a milling throughput of 110,000 tons per day. In 2013, it produced 91.5 million pounds of copper in concentrate, showing a steady yearly growth in production since the resumption of operations in 2008. The Carmen Copper Mine has a large resource base, which includes a geological resource of 985 million tons, and of that, an open pit mining reserve of 428 million tons. Basically, the difference between a resource and a reserve is the resource is what geologically is in the ground, or what God put in the ground. And the reserve is what you can put a mining plan and a feasibility study around. What this tells us is that the Carmen Copper Mine has a long mine life. The reserve of 428 million tons is sufficient to support our expanded capacity of 60,000 tons per day in the next 20 years. A longer mine life is expected with the additional resource around the mine. Aside from our large resource base, we also produce a very clean copper concentrate. Clean copper concentrates are low in impurities. As such, our products are highly demanded by smelters in the region, especially in China. Smelters from China require the high-quality concentrate for blending with lower-quality concentrate. And as can be seen in this table, our concentrate is superior to competing mines in the Philippines in terms of impurity content. And we are well below impurity threshold standards and are also well below the minimum impurity threshold set by our key customers. And being in the Philippines, we are strategically located near our consuming markets. It only takes 2 days of freight journey from the Philippines to China, compared to an average of 30 days for competing mines in South America and 15 days for competing mines in Australia. This translates to a lower freight cost. Out of our 127 shipments of copper concentrate since 2008, 108 has been to smelters located in China, such as the cities of Shandong, Jinlong, Jiangxi, and Jinchuan. Now let's try to move on to the key investment highlights. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a value proposition that we hope you might consider. Atlas Mining has a clear path by which we will sustain growth. Atlas Mining has a proven track record that it can deliver and perform. And Atlas Mining has demonstrated that it can achieve its growth plans by completing its expansion project. First, Atlas Mining has a solid growth platform in place. We developed a clear strategy to strengthen and grow our core operations. We focused on transitioning quickly into the Carmen ore body, which has higher copper ore grades, an average copper grade of 0.36% versus Lutopan's average grade of 0.32%. This enabled us to improve our cost efficiency. We also focused on expanding the mill throughput from 40,000 tons per day to 60,000 tons per day, increasing copper production and building our capability to produce byproducts. This will also improve our cost efficiency. In the long term, we will seek to grow beyond core operations via exploration and resource expansion and acquisitions. Such growth strategy does not only increase revenues, but also results into significant cost reduction as well. The higher copper grades at the Carmen ore body will translate into higher contained copper produced from the ore and therefore lowering per pound costs. The expansion of the mill from 40,000 tons per day to 60,000 tons per day will provide economies of scale and will also bring down per pound costs. While building the capability to extract gold, silver, pyrite, and magnetite, and molybdenum will increase byproduct revenues and also bring down per pound costs. All these will drive the C1 cost to $1.50 per pound by the end of 2014, assuming current commodity markets and macroeconomic conditions persist. Secondly, Atlas Mining has stable operations and financial performance. As seen by the consistent improvement and growth in production performance by Carmen Copper, with improvements in the three key areas of production: milling tonnage, copper grade, and copper recovery. We were able to reduce costs even with increasing levels of production. As an example of operational efficiencies attained, our power consumption was maintained at an average of 38 megawatts, even with an increase in milling average from 40,000 tons per day to 46,000 tons per day last year, bringing the cash cost per pound 24% lower and the cash cost per ton 14% lower in 2013 than in 2011. And this leads to sustained margins despite lower metal prices. At the end of 2013, Carmen Copper reached a total cash cost per pound of $2.16 versus the realized copper price of $3.30 per pound. With a significant reduction in cash costs, we will remain competitive even in a weaker metal price environment. In 2013, Carmen Copper registered a total production of 91.5 million pounds of copper metal in concentrate, 2% higher year on year, and raised its average daily milling capacity by 4% to 43,000 tons per day. There were some days in July when Carmen Copper's ore processing plant achieved a record peak milling capacity of 50,000 tons per day from its existing template capacity of 40,000 tons per day. Throughput was optimized by the introduction of process efficiency enhancements in the existing plant. The total volume of copper shipments was maintained at 90.5 million pounds of copper metal in concentrate. Shipments of gold metal in concentrate, on the other hand, grew significantly by 51% to 19,500 ounces, translating to a 25% increase in gold revenues to 1.1 billion pesos. So on the strength of a stable operation, Atlas Mining posted a core income of 2.6 billion in 2013, realizing a 4% year-on-year growth despite lower realized metal prices. Revenue slid slightly by 7% to 14.5 billion, but such decrease resulted from lower realized metal prices was tempered by an 8% drop in total operating cash costs from 9.8 billion to around 9 billion pesos. Atlas Mining posted a net income of 1.9 billion pesos in 2013, 45% lower year on year, due mainly to the recognition of an unrealized foreign exchange loss of 1 billion on US dollar denominated debts. In 2012, the company reported a net income of 3.4 billion that is partly attributable to the posting of an unrealized foreign exchange gain of 593 million pesos. Without the effect of the unrealized foreign exchange gain or loss, net income would have reached 2.9 billion in 2013 and 2.8 billion in 2012, translating to a 3% increase year on year. The company's debt obligations are mostly US dollar denominated to match US dollar revenues. This establishes a natural hedge against foreign exchange fluctuations. Thus, when US dollar debts are settled using US dollar cash reserves of the company, there is no realizable foreign exchange effect. Last but not least, we are pleased to inform you that we have already completed our capacity expansion from 40,000 tons per day to 60,000 tons per day capacity, a 50% increase. Atlas Mining embarked on an aggressive program to expand Carmen Copper's existing 40,000 ton per day template capacity by 50% to 60,000 tons per day with a capital expenditure of about 5.5 billion pesos. Carmen Copper installed 2 units of 19 by 31 feet ball mills, 4 300 cubic meter rougher flotation tanks, and an auxiliary line for primary crushing, among other things. With a higher production capacity, we will achieve economies of scale that will position us to be even more competitive in the future. To give you an overview of the whole process, It all starts with open pit mining, where stripping takes place to extract the ores. The ores are then delivered by trucks for crushing and then grinding until the ores reach sand-like state. Copper and other byproducts are then separated from the waste through flotation. The copper concentrates recovered are then dried up to reach the desired level or moisture, and then is sent to the pier for shipping to our clients. Here is a short video clip to show our completed expansion. This was run on March 8th. So this is the new crusher line we installed for backup and additional capacity. It goes into a coarse ore stockpile. First, the secondary and tertiary crushers. These allow us to deliver fine product to the ball mills, which is the real determination of throughput. This is the fine ore bin in our computerized control room. These were the original 7 primary ball mills when we started, to which we added 2 new, significantly larger ball mills, which we believe are the largest ball mills in the Philippines today. So those are the 2 new ball mills that we installed. From there, the outflow, the slurry pumps up to the cyclone to separate the large particles from the small particles. That's what that does, the cyclones. And the fine particles, to mix with water, then go to flotation from here. Flotation, these are the flotation tanks, and basically this is where the copper is separated from the rest of the material, and that's copper overflowing basically. We have a new cleaner circuit, and this is the rest of the plant, concentrate thickeners to reduce moisture. And this is our new drying process using filter presses, which allows us to bring moisture down lower than before and bring down freight costs even more. So that's a quick view of our 60,000 ton per day completed expansion project. That was filmed on March 8th. I'm happy to announce that just last Friday and Saturday, the plant did achieve finally 60,000 tons per day as part of its commissioning process. In summary, Atlas Mining has re-established itself as the largest copper producer in the Philippines with clean concentrates and a large resource base. We have a growth platform in place, a stable operational and financial performance, and we have expanded our capacity to 60,000 tons per day from 40,000 tons per day, a testament to the growth potential of Atlas Mining. Thank you very much.